one day. That is a total record, right? Okay, earlier, I forgot to mention that you need to be careful with who you are disputing with first. All right, so what that means is that if you are disputing with the bureaus first, that's fine. If you're disputing with the creditor first, that's not fine. If you're disputing with the collector first, that is fine, as long as it is third party. Now, why am I even mentioning this? Because it's important, okay? Section 623 states that if you do not dispute with the bureaus first, you shouldn't be disputing with the creditors, because when you dispute with the creditors first, you're giving up your rights under FCRA Section 623, and you do not want to do that, okay? So, again, yes, this is my second live today, okay? Don't hate, appreciate. I forgot to mention this stuff earlier, and I didn't want to sit on the information, all right? So, now, let's just say that you have a Capital One account, right? And you're like, hey, I have a really good reason for getting this Capital One account off, but I'm going to skip everything, jump straight to the creditor, and I'm going to get it off that way. Well, you are sorely mistaken, because when you do that, you can't take them to court and all that kind of stuff. They don't have to respond to you and all this kind of crap that I just don't have in front of me right now, but I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this. So when you dispute an account and you dispute it with the bureaus first, they do have to respond within 30 days. They do have to do this, that, and the third. But when you're going directly to them, they do not have to abide by specifics under Section 623 of the FCRA. And so you were giving up your rights. The same as when you dispute online, you are giving up your rights under Section 623 and Section 611, right? So just a quick note on that, because there's so many people that are still disputing online. When you dispute online, the bureaus, do not have to forward any documentation to the creditor or the collector. You also can't take them to court when it's not in your not in your favor, right? And you are already stating, hey, I'm okay with it being on my credit report and whatever you come back and say in regards to this account, right? So what you need to do is send out an actual by mail dispute letter so that you can remove whatever the heck it is that you're disputing. Do not do a phone dispute, do not do an online dispute, and do not dispute directly with the creditor without first, even by 4 days, disputing with the bureaus. All right, so what you want to do, if you have a bombastic, awesome reason for removing the account, is send out your bureau letter, right? So regardless of whether it's one bureau, two, or all three, send out your bureau letter, wait 4 days or so, and then send out your creditor letter, all right? So that way you are protected under Section 623 of the FCRA, all right? So, yes, I get tongue-tied. I am live. This is obviously not recorded. I do not do any takes or anything. So, all right. So these things are just coming off the top of my head, but I was just cleaning my car over here and I'm like, oh crap, I totally forgot to say this stuff. All right. So, what you can do is, if you did dispute with the creditor first, send out a bureau dispute, because then the creditor is actually going to have to respond. All right. So that's kind of what you can do if you put yourself in the position where you didn't know about Section 623 affording you these protections, okay? And what you can do as far as a collector account. Now, this is different, all right? So there are things that they have to abide by under the FCRA Section 623, but it's more on the bureau side. So when you're disputing with the collector, yes, you can dispute with them first, okay? You do not have to send a letter to the bureaus first if you're using the validation of debt method, because there's very specific things that the collectors, need to do so that, whatever, right? Okay, so there's three different things, methods as far as this goes. Bureaus only, bureaus, and then creditor and collector, and then creditor only and collector only, right? So you need to determine what is best for your specific file, but I would have to say virtually all the time, you're going to want to dispute with the creditor first, okay? If you actually want to learn all this stuff, then I do have a course. But if you want to figure out how to dispute the actual information on your credit report and do it the right way and use factual disputes and get permanent results and not have to deal with any of this stuff wondering whether you did it wrong or whether you did it right, then join me on Friday. Or if you want to get a one-to-one with me to see if I can actually get you better results than you're getting yourself, then use the link in the description for both of them, right? To schedule a one-to-one with me, for me to take over your file, or to join me on Friday live for the dispute letter workshop. And it is getting like super loud out here. There's all these like trucks going by and everything. So anyways, I hope I didn't forget anything that I actually wanted to say, but that's basically it. A lot of people don't realize that there's all these little nuances to disputing, and they're just sending out these letters because all these people are giving the wrong freaking information online. Kind of like when they're saying, oh, by law, that this has to be removed within a specific period of time. All you have to do is send this letter. No, dude, no. Who are you and what army and what cops are you going to bring and what army are you going to bring and what machine guns are you going to bring with you to force the bureaus to remove this stuff, or the creditor or the collector? By law doesn't mean shit. Okay, that's what just totally frazzles my mind, is that these people everywhere believe this stuff, that all you have to do is send a letter, and because the FCRA says something, or this, or the FDCPA or whatever says something, that bureaus or the creditors or the collectors actually have to abide by it. It's not true. It is not true, and you guys are believing stuff that is not going to do anything for you. All right, and people get pissed off when I say, well, who the hell are you and what army and all that kind of stuff, but I'm the one getting results. I know about this, okay? I posted a video the other night about videos that I landed on, where they were saying, oh, well, you only have to like send these 4 letters, and by law, the bureaus have to do X, right? Remove whatever it is that you're disputing. And they were like basically guaranteeing something that they have no control over, okay? You need to be very, very wary of a company or a person or anybody, for that matter, in any part of your life that is guaranteeing something that they have no control over, right? So what, do you think that when the bureaus don't respond, or they don't remove something, or they wait longer than 30 days, that you're going to get on the phone with 911 and send a cop over and that they're going to arrest them? Like, the cops are going to show up at, freaking in Atlanta or Allentown or what, wherever, right? And they're just going to go in and they're going to arrest the people who do the investigations? Like, no, dude, it's a freaking computer, and their job is to keep this information on your credit report, right? You have to understand that the bureaus are in the data business. They're not in the credit business, okay? Their job is to keep the information on your credit report. Their job is to frustrate you and get you to stop disputing so that they can keep their money, they can make their money, the creditors can make astronomical interest off of your bad credit, and they win, you lose, okay? So that's what you need to realize, all right? These people are posting these videos every day, and it just makes me want to like punch them through the freaking phone, or my computer, because people actually believe this crap. Well, for only $19.95 a month, you can now send these 4 letters and use these 10 steps, and the bureaus have to, by law, remove your collection, your foreclosure, your repossession, your inquiries, your late payments, your this, that, and the third. No, dude, by law, you're an asshole giving false freaking information to people who are like desperate and, really want to get results, and they're going to actually pay for this stuff and find out that you're totally illegitimate and it was false advertising, okay? So that's all I'm saying, is that you need to use your brain and common sense and logic when it comes to all these people that are promising things that they have absolutely no control over, okay? Now, see, with my clients, I tell them exactly what I'm guaranteeing. I'm going to dispute all your negative items every single round, all 3 bureaus every single round, use custom disputes, give you the copies, and we're always going to be on the same page. Anything outside of that, I don't control. So for someone to say within X period of time, 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, that, oh, we guarantee that these negative items are going to come off your credit report, they're full of fucking shit, okay? Now, Normally I would apologize for my language, but I'm not going to apologize because people are believing this stuff and it is not true, okay? If there is a company that does not have a credit bureau license, and if they did, they'd be charging like freaking thousands of dollars, and they're guaranteeing specific deletions in any specific period of time, number one, that's a violation of what, the Credit Repair Organizations Act or whatever, where you're guaranteeing things that you don't have any control over, and false advertising and promising or guaranteeing, that they're going to get X results in 6 months, 9 days, whatever. Like, dude, the CFPB and attorney generals actually sue companies for that. So, like, if people are getting sued for that, and you know that you can't even force your husband or your wife or your children or your cousin or your mother or your father to take the garbage out, do the dishes, go to the store for you, then how the hell is someone going to force the bureaus or the creditors or the collectors to remove something that they don't control? It does not exist. It is false information. People are believing it, and I don't want for you to believe it because it's not true. Trust and believe that if there was a way for that to occur, I would be doing it. I would be the first person that would be like, oh my God, dude, look, let me show you how to do this because it's amazeballs. We can get your foreclosure, your repossession, your $100,000 student loan, your $500,000 mortgage, your $10 million credit card account off your credit report in 30 days. And all you need to do is pay me $10,000. And here's the proof that I can do it. And you're going to pay after I remove it. Don't you think I would do that? Yes, I would do it, and I would show you how to do it just like I show you how to do everything else, okay? So if I'm not showing you, it's because it doesn't exist. There's only like 4 or 5 ways to remove negative items from your credit report. Phone, online, don't do those. Regular credit repair, that's like 12 months minimum. Identity theft, don't do that if you're not a victim of identity theft. Factual-based disputes, and then not doing anything because you don't want to remove the negative items from your credit report. And then obviously there's like random whatever, right? So yes, there's also a way where you can go and like code on the back end and like do that, but that's like hacking, and I don't condone that. All right. So anyways, those are the only ways to remove negative items from your credit report. If anybody else is guaranteeing you or telling you that there's another way, that they have it inside, that they got someone at their credit bureaus or whatever, they are full of shit. They might as well be telling you, hey, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Gonzalez, can you please just open up your wallet and give me your credit card and start from one end and read all the way through. Don't forget to include your billing address because I obviously need that information. That's what they're saying, okay? So anyways, that was my rant. That was the rest of what I forgot to say earlier, okay? These are the things that really, really bother me because people really, really believe it. They legit believe. They believe that you move negative items guaranteed in a specific period of time. No, dude, they can't. It doesn't exist. I'm sorry. Sorry to blow your bubble. Sorry to pop your freaking, unicorn and rainbow whatever, but it doesn't exist, and I don't want you to believe that shit. So when you are on social media, when you're on YouTube, when you're on anywhere, when you're watching a commercial, when you're listening to the radio, if they are guaranteeing something or they're promising something or they're telling you, oh my God, we're so confident about this because we do it for everybody, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people, don't believe it because it doesn't exist. Don't believe it because it doesn't exist unless I see your physical credit report showing me that you actually did it, and with like sworn testimony from like someone at the credit bureaus, and I'm not going to freaking believe it. So anyways, and I could tell that I said some things that some people don't like because my numbers went up and down, but whatever, dude. If I don't say it, no one else is going to tell you. And you know what? If I just save one person from believing all this bullshit, then I did my job. At least for the day. I did my job at least for the day. All right. So, yeah, I got to go get an oil change. So I will see you later. I'm not going to go live again today. I promise you I will not. Maybe I will. I'm really not going to. And I got mad files to do and a bunch of stuff that I have put together for Friday. So if you want to join me live Friday, and it's not going to be a rant, and it's totally planned out, and it's super, super awesome, use the link in the description. It's going to take you to my vault. All right. It's vargasrevolution.vipmembervault.com. Yes, that is super long, but all you have to do is go down in the description and click on the link, and it's going to take you there, and you will find it. It's going to be at the bottom of the screen somewhere. Or like I said, if you want a one-to-one with me to see if I can get you better results than you're getting right now or not getting right now, then use the link in the description or go to vcita.com/expert credit sweeps. And I will see you guys later, not live, but recorded, because I take my time to make my videos. But right now, I just had a lot on my mind. All right. So, yeah, Have a great day. And God, I'm like so white. Yeah, that's super random, but I live in Las Vegas, so you would figure that like I'm like not all that white, right? So anyways, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.